It's that time again. I think a minivan is a fuel efficient vehicle, right? Guys, what is going on? It's Team Nick. Well, technically, it's Team Noble. And I'm Nick, and I am at the Goodwill. And I'm going to show you guys how to go into a store in about 15 minutes and see what you can find. The video will probably be about 7 to 8 minutes long after we get done editing the video. Either way, if you've got a Goodwill, you've got junk in your house, you've got garage or stuff that you just don't want anymore, do not throw your stuff away. Last year, my wife and I, we were stay-at-home parents, family of 5. We started 2 businesses, but it all started with reselling, and we did about $49,000 in sales, brought home about $33,000, profited about $26,000, and it was all from places just like this. So let's go ahead without further ado, and let's show you how to do this thing. Ooh, look at that. It's gonna be a tough time. Well, you guys definitely will not be able to hear me very well. So I'll probably just talk you through what I'm seeing here. I don't know if you guys can hear me here at all. So I might have to replay this, but. All right, guys, so at this point, it's gonna get really interesting. The jackhammer was literally so loud in the store that I couldn't even hear what was going on. So let me go ahead and walk you through and just kind of talk to you about what we did today, because otherwise it's going to be really hard for you to hear. As always, we are starting with the shoe section. That's a tongue twister. Shoes section first, people. And you know, we're always looking for the same 4 pair typically. So you're looking at Nike, Jordans, Asics, Brooks running shoes. I thought that was a pair right there, but I never heard of Boostability, and I'm guessing that's like maybe a Goodwill knockoff. So we ended up leaving that on the shelf. But this was actually a really good pair. These are Allegria. These are actually nursing shoes. I don't know if they're nursing shoes. I was gonna buy them, but that is a very bad thing. Nurses love these shoes because obviously they're meant to help them while they're on their feet for a long time, but that's no good. The brand is good though, just not that shoe. Now, as we're making our way, we got some FootJoys that I saw here, but those were here last week. And again, we've got some Nikes, and I believe these were they're Air Maxes. And again, you know, I don't know who's been putting these shoes out, but they're only $5.99. So we're gonna look those up. Maybe they're a vintage pair. I'm not really sure, as you can see my face of, you know, uncertainty, but let's go ahead and keep searching these shelves to see what we've got going on. Another pair of Nikes. Now, I've run amongst so many dual fusion, which is what these shoes are, and I honestly think that even though they're in decent shape, this is a cheap pair of shoes. I might be able to get $20 free shipping, which is not really worth it to turn $6 into $8. So I'm not gonna worry about that. So we only found 1 pair of shoes, but we're gonna move more over towards the electronics, which is a really good place. By the way, if you see any lamps, look for that blue sticker. I've made a lot of money selling lamps with that blue sticker. It's not the brand, it's just telling you that it's vintage. And we're just gonna go ahead and keep moving now. We always talk about DVD players, VHS. That particular brand I had never heard of, and they were asking $10 for it, so we ended up passing on that guy. But there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff. We got more lamps down here. Remember to buy those in pairs. This was a massager. Now, I didn't actually open it up because they priced it at $20. I was maybe gonna use it for myself. I've got one at the house I could replace, which is why I love the thrift store, but not at $20. But this guy right here, if you see these, pick them up. Now, I saw this guy last week. They only want $10. It's selling for $40 to $50. However, look at what I found when I actually tested the tubes or checked them. That is mold and debris, and that's very nasty. So as unfortunate as it is, I'm not gonna pick that guy up. We'll leave him on the shelf, and they will probably mark him down to $1 or $2 more cut. What is this one? Crystal cut lamps. I'm always checking the bottoms because I want to find out which one is a Waterford or not. I couldn't see it anywhere on this lamp, but if you do find those are really expensive brands for these lamps. This guy was really cool too. Never seen him before, but I just sold a lamp just like this, but it was an Oriental porcelain lamp. We sold them for like $40-50 I think on Facebook, and these were really, really cool. Now, unfortunately, they priced those well over what I was willing to pay for them, but I thought that these were pretty cool. Obviously, you'd have to take it home, set it up, make sure it's got no cracks and that it functions before you buy that, and at $60, I wasn't interested. But this also was cool. If you find these vintage mixers, watch out for those little mixing parts because they do sell well, and obviously we've got more DVDs. I really didn't see too much over here, but check this out. I ended up coming across some stuff last week And we got more lamps up here at the top, and I was hoping that I'd be able to show it. Here it is. It's the grandfather clock. I cannot believe they priced this thing at $500. But when I looked up the brand, it's Ethan Allen, and I realized, whoa, this is actually a really legitimate brand. So I'm definitely not gonna buy it. Let's head to the other side where the toys are and see what we can pick up. So as we're scrolling through, we're looking for Fisher-Price, Octonauts, Play School. These are all some of the brands that we normally like to pick up that sell really well. I don't really do plushes that much because, you know, it just takes a lot of research. However, when I see stuff like this is normally a good sign. Now, as we're going about, I see this ring. This is I think it's F. Is it E? I think it's WWE now, but it used to be WWF. And if you see any of the rings that have WWF, that is Worldwide Wrestling Federation, you should get those. They're vintage and they do sell really well. Hess, these actually are decent trucks, especially at $4, but somebody ripped all of the plastic off of most of the wheels, so I ended up putting that guy back. But if you got any of those collectibles, you can make some dollars versus throwing them away. Now, I was really excited to see this. This is a laser tag from Nerf. And if you've got a set of these, you can make some really good money. So we'll end up looking that up to see how much it was worth, because I couldn't remember. But again, toys seemed to be the only place where we were striking gold. So we kept on going. We ended up finding some really cool calculator cash registers. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, so let's go ahead and press some buttons on here, and I think it does work. Let me go ahead and slide a $100 bill in my pocket and see if they'll accept this up at the register. We'll put that in there and we'll look that guy up later. And let's go ahead and get back on the hunt. Now, there was something that I found that I was a bit shocked to see. We're gonna go over here and check the golf clubs. If you have not ever done this before, I would encourage you to check out the golf clubs. My store marks these really, really cheap. This club in particular, TaylorMade, I know is a good brand. I don't golf, but at $2, if I can turn that to $20, that's a good deal. And then of course, because the season is moving towards the summertime, or I guess the summertime's here, always look at buying bikes. You can flip these on Facebook Marketplace really fast for 40, 50 bucks, depending on whether they're adults or not. So if I can find them for $20 or cheap, or less than that, I will get them. But I normally try to stay away from clothes just because there's so much in the clothes section, and I do not want you guys searching for this stuff all day. Now, you didn't see when I picked up this little Power Ranger sword here, but I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that we ended up going with. This sword, right now, if you look it up, it's a cosplay sword for 10 bucks. If it was in good condition, it would be selling for 60 bucks. However, that little chunk missing is a really bad sign. So I ended up putting that guy back for somebody who wants to use it for costume. This guy is not selling enough for $9.99 for only one. If there was a set of 4, I'd get it all day. Well, that was different. Found a few things that we actually could sell, mainly in the toys. That golf club was actually really nice, so I thought that was a good buy. And then the other thing that I definitely would have picked up would have been those two guys. Those cute geese. You guys over here discount shopping too? Well, hey guys, if you have any questions for me about reselling, if you didn't know, there are some links in the bio that could help you get your stuff to the top of eBay. Anyone and everyone should be doing this. It is a rainy day, but as always, I just want to say thank you for watching, and we will see you guys on the flip side.